crop production. And this course is estimated to take approximately 10 minutes for this online session. And by the end of this lesson, of this session, the following are learning outcomes. So by the end of this unit, the learner should be able to, 1, define agriculture and its components, 2, recognize the various disciplines allied to agriculture, identify and explain the key roles of agriculture, identify and describe the challenges facing agriculture in Kenya. So basically, agriculture means cultivation of the land for the purpose of producing crops and management of livestock. It also involves the storage, processing, and marketing of agricultural products. There are some disciplines that are directly or indirectly allied or related to agriculture, which involves the following. 1 is entomology, which basically is a study of insect pests. And number 2, pathology, which involves the study of plant diseases. Number 3, agriculture engineering. We also have agricultural economics, that is matters to do with finances. And then we also have soil science, that is matters to deal with the growing medium. And that is all about the aspects related to agriculture. Then we also have agriculture being very important pillar of our economies and livelihoods. So there are some roles that are key and played by agriculture, which include the following. 1 is the provision of food, which basically is a well-fed nation. A well-fed nation is a healthy one. Agriculture therefore provides virtually all the food required for feeding the population, except in prolonged droughts. Then number 2, we have the provision of employment, where agriculture provides employment directly, e.g. in like workers working in ranches. We have workers working in coffee plantations, tea, sisal estates, and on small farms, for instance, even greenhouses. So in Kenya, agriculture-related sectors employ large numbers of people, e.g. in food processing industries. In the first case, they are involved directly, maybe on personal levels. Then in this second case, where individuals are employed in some industries like processing, like Kenya Cannas, we have textile manufacturing industries, we have canning, we have grains, milk, and among others. We also have field extension workers, scientists, transporters, traders. Those are those workers who are not employed directly, like working hands-on in agriculture. They are working indirectly, for instance, transporting the farm produce from their farm to the industries, or transporting finished products from the factories to the end users. We also have the fourth importance, which is the source of foreign exchange. We realize that Kenya exports various cash crops, for instance, tea, coffee. We have auctions. We have auctions in Mombasa, which are involved with the export of tea and coffee, earning valuable foreign exchange for our country. And the revenue generated from these exports helps support the economy and contributes to the development and other sectors. We have the fourth importance, which is revenue generation. Agriculture contributes directly to our economy in terms of generating revenue, whether through GDP, where agriculture is an important contributor. It provides income and livelihoods for a significant portion of the population, especially in rural areas where they produce, for instance, potatoes, sell them for survival. And then we have foreign exchange earnings, which comes directly to the country, contributing to the GDP. And the taxes resulting from these agricultural practices, maybe even from those who are working indirectly in agriculture, through taxes and pays for the workers working in farms. And then we have the fourth importance, which is conservation of the environment through sustainable practices. We realize that the growing of crops and other plants helps in sustaining environment. And agriculture also in Kenya is increasingly adopting sustainable and environmentally friendly practices to ensure the long-term health of the land. Agroforestry, for instance, we have also organic farming and soil conservation efforts contribute to environmental conservation. Despite all these importances that we have listed above, agriculture is without its challenges, and there are a number of problems facing agriculture in our country. And you might have come across the effects of agriculture on climate change and weather variability, or the effects of climate change and weather variability on agriculture. Weather patterns, including prolonged droughts and unpredictable rainfall, affect crop yields and livestock productivity. We realize that in a number of cases, animals have died, livestock have died in arid areas, for instance, areas of Wajir, Marsabit, you have Turkana, those upper areas of eastern and northeastern parts of the country. Animals have died. We have also had reverse rainfalls in the other parts of the country, for instance, the Rift Valley. We have had it in parts of Nyanza, parts of eastern province, where there are a lot of rainfalls leading to damage of crops. So this has led to scarcity and decreased agricultural output. We have also had limited access to credit and finances. Many smallholder farmers in Kenya struggle to access affordable credit and financing options. This basically comes in form of the farmers or those who are working in agricultural sector lack aspects such as securities to borrow loans from the banks, and this hinders or limits the ability to invest in modern agricultural technologies, modern inputs, for instance, hybrid seeds, infrastructure, poor infrastructure, for instance, the development of road networks from their farms to the industries or markets. We also, that hinders productivity a lot. We have had the third issue with facing agriculture is land degradation and soil fertility decline. Continuous cultivation without proper soil conservation practices has led to soil erosion. We have had degradation, fertility decline, where even farmers have failed to submit their soils for soil testing and to determine the kind of fertilizer they are using. So you will find many farmers will use the available fertilizer without proper soil analysis to determine the right type of fertilizer to be used in their farms. So this has also impacted a lot on the quality of soil and has reduced land's productivity over time and reduced crop yields, and it has posed long-term threat to sustainable agriculture. We have had the issue with pests and diseases. There are a number of crop pests and diseases such as locust invasions. We had one in Kenya around the year of 2020 somewhere where there was a locust invasion in our country. We have had a fall armyworm. We have had various plant pathogens which can devastate crops and lead to significant losses, inadequate pest control measures, and limited access to pest-resistant crop varieties contribute to this challenge very much. Then we have a lack of mechanization, that is the use of tractors. We will find farmers in our rural areas using hand tools or hand-use tools, for instance, jembes, to blow big or huge tracts of land, which may take time to complete. We have also had inadequate infrastructure. I think we have touched this earlier on. Also have market access and price volatility. In Kenya, we have not had good prices for our farmers. You will find that farmers rely majorly on market forces for their prices, which has kept it very low for a long time. It's also very volatile, sometimes high, sometimes low, especially during periods of high harvesting. Farmers lack storage facilities, for instance, the silos, to keep their crops until that time when the prices have gone up or the demand has risen. We have also had a limited extension services, that is qualified agricultural expertise, to help farmers in education and training. We have also had land tenure issues, that is land ownership. Many farmers lack title deeds to their lands. We have also had improper policy and regulatory challenges, or we have had poor policy